Hey y'all, welcome to my first YouTube video. My name is Pernesia Petite. I'm 22 years old. I am a day trader and a little bit of a content creator, okay? And I just wanted to start making longer videos so I could show y'all my journey for real and how we were finna go from rags to riches at 22. Also, I moved all the way to the DMV from Seattle all by myself. This is why I moved. When I was thinking about the idea of moving, I was looking at places where Black women specifically could thrive business-wise, entrepreneur-wise, and DC just kept coming up. So I'm like, I went to visit DC, stayed there for a week. I loved it. Everybody was nice, like welcoming, and there was just a lot of. So I could appreciate that for sure, especially coming from Seattle. So that was like the initial thought behind moving. And then I moved here. I ended up moving in the V area of DMV, pretty deep out too, but since then has gotten closer to DC. And so I basically wanted to just move so I could start my life and get away from people who, and this sounds bad, but get away from people who were comfortable with where I was in life. I needed people who was gonna motivate me, push me. I needed to see what was possible so that I can know that, like, okay, yes, go get it. It's hard for you to grow into a different person when you're around people who know you for who you are at that time, then and there, you know? So I basically wanted to just get away from that and start my life, start building my career, whatever that may be, whatever God sees fit, and then just go from there. So that's why I moved, and also just a new scenery. I was born in Louisiana, but grew up in Seattle since I was like 3. So I moved out when I was 18. I got my first car. Like I started working at 16. Like I've been trying to figure out what the purpose is in my life and what path God wants me to walk down. So here I am in the DMV area, day trader, content creator. I do also work at 9 to 5. I am a leasing manager for property management. So that's my 9 to 5. I'm not like a full-time day trader. I've only had one payout. So I'm not a full-time day trader. My one payout was $1,800. I'm not a full-time day trader, full-time content creator, but that is the goal. Definitely full-time day trader is in the books for sure. 2026 is coming. I want to make a little video so y'all can get to know me a little bit more than the short videos that I post on like TikTok and Instagram. So why I decided to get into trading. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely like a lot of people that wanted to get into trading for the fast money, because I'm watching people make $10,000-$20,000 and less than that, $1,000, $2,000 a day just from day trading. So I seen that, and obviously I'm like, But on the back end, the reason for that and wanting that, because I just wanted a comfortable life. It's not because I want all the designers' clothes and designer stuff, bags and all this stuff. I just want my bills to be paid ahead of time, and I'm able to just be comfortable, decorate my place and be comfortable. That's really that. And then also, I want to help my family out. I want to be able to give back to my family. And everybody has their business ideas. For some reason, I just want to be the one to like help them start that. Like, I can invest in you. Like, I just really want to be the first millionaire in my family. And it's not about being like the first. It's just like being a millionaire in my family, and then helping all my other family members become their own millionaires. So that's that. There's been some struggles that I've encountered along the way for sure. And it's like the basic regular psychology stuff, like greed, over trading, revenge trading, everything that you could possibly name that beginner traders do to blow their accounts. I did. That was my struggles. It's been about 4 or 5 months since I started day trading. And when I first started, I did paper trading for like maybe a week or 2. I really didn't do paper trading for that long. I'm the type of person who gotta dive deep in. I can't keep watching videos and can't keep fake doing stuff. Like I gotta sometimes learn the hard way, but I just gotta learn while doing it. So I wasn't scared of anything, didn't take me much. I started paper trading for like a week or two, and then I kind of jumped straight into my live personal account. I put $100 in it. I use Henko. I put $100 in it, and I was trading from that, making a couple cents a day. And I'm like, okay, I wasn't mad about how much money I was making, because at that point, just learning the skill itself was my main priority. And I'm already knowing if I could do this with a couple cents, I could do this with a couple $100. So it's really just the skill that I was trying to master before just making large profits, you know? And probably should have done that for a little bit longer than I did, but oh well. Hey, I learned how I learned. That's how I learned. So after maybe like a week or two with the personal live account, I decided to go to a funded account with Top Step. And I was doing like the 50K funded accounts. I thought I was ready. I'm like, yeah, I'm in there. And at this time, I knew the psychology part of day trading was a thing, but just not as bad, because there's a lot of stuff that you're not going to learn about trading until you get on the charts and start trading, until you get a funded account and start trading, until you get your live personal account and start trading. So I'm thinking like, okay, I done got the psychology part of it. I'm good. It only took me a couple days, watched a couple videos. I'm straight. I blew my first funded account maybe like a day or two after I got it. So that was definitely a humbling moment. And I was at a point where I was like kind of just revenging on the accounts. I'm like, it's only $50. I'm only risking $50. I can get another one. I'm good. I'm only risking 50. I can get another one, whatever. I probably blew like at least 7 or 8 combines before I passed it and got my actual funded account. I'm not saying before I passed it and got a payout, before I passed it and got a funded account. Because that combine that you have to pass, that's not real money. So for example, with Top Step, you have to make 3K in the combine in order to pass it. So when I was blowing those accounts, that 7 accounts, that was me doing just the test, trying to pass the combine in order to get the funded account. So then after it took me like a month before I passed it, I swear. Right hand on the Bible. It took me like a month before I passed it. I passed it, and it probably took me like a trading week to blow that funded account. There was new emotions I was experiencing with it being a funded account and it being real money at this point. Like I can really get a payout at this point. The money that I'm making is my money. So I started experiencing different emotions. And that's when I really had to start with locking in on journaling, because journaling is going to be your best bet when day trading. I swear. You have to be able to pinpoint the emotions that you're feeling at certain times so that you can learn from them if it happens again, and just so you can learn how to rewire your nervous system and rewire your brain to not feel that way when these certain things happen. So it took me about a month before I passed the combine, got my funded account. It took me like a trading week, 5 days to blow that, okay? And then I can't remember how many, because there's also an activation fee of $150 when you do pass the combine. So at first you're only risking $50 to get the 50K account. Then once you pass the combine and get the funded account, you have to pay $150 activation fee. So at that point, now you're risking $200 to make however you want to make. I wasn't really thinking of it as me losing money. I'm thinking of this as an investment, and I'm going to get my returns, which eventually I did, but it took a while. I would say it took me maybe less than a month. It took me a little less than a month to get my first payout after blowing maybe like 5 funded accounts. You do the math. 7 combines, 5 fundeds. You do the math. So after I blew all that, I finally got my first payout, and I was ecstatic because basically all that money that I did pay for that was paid back. I got all my money back. Investment. So that's why I wasn't really mad about it. I got my first payout. After I got my first payout, I blew my account. My account was up like $4,500 on one account, and then another live account I was up like $1,300, and I blew all that because I was just so excited. New emotions come with new trials, new levels of trading, different emotions, I swear. So like when I got my combine, that was a different set of emotions. When I got my funding, that was a different set of emotions. When I got my payout, that was a different set of emotions. Trading after I got my payout was a different set of emotions. Like that's when I really, really had to like lock in with my mental, my psychology part of it, because People do not take that part serious. And I was one of those people who didn't take it serious until I realized, oh, this is a problem. So anyways, that's when I decided to go on like my little reset. I wouldn't say little because it was a major reset and it helped me in so many different ways. I went on a 5-day reset and it was basically one day dedicated to each thing that I had a problem with and that most traders have a problem with, like day 1, over trading, day 2, greed, day 3, being patient, like stuff like that. And when I tell you, it really rewired my brain and my nervous system. Like one of the things that I did was like one day I watched a trade and I watched the person I'm in a Discord with, I watched her take a trade without me entering it so that I could work on my fear of FOMO, so that I could work on my fear of having patience and understanding that opportunities are going to continue to present themselves when it comes to day trading. It's not like the market's just going to stop. It's not like, oh, this one setup happened, I'll never catch another trade again. So when I was in that moment, y'all, it felt, because this was like day 2 or day 3 of the reset. It felt like my heart was pacing so fast and I was supposed to be nervous, but I wasn't. That's how I knew I was changing, I was growing, and I was really rewiring myself. Because normally before that, if she's like, I'm in a trade, or look at this bigger trade, whatever, my heart pacing fast. I feel like I gotta get in. I got fear of missing out. I'm feeling all these emotions that essentially makes me either lose a trade or lose my account. So once I felt like in that moment I was supposed to feel that way, but I wasn't, that's when I knew it was clicking and it was starting to work. I was starting to really grow for real. So that's when my mindset kind of shifted. And this was maybe a couple of weeks ago. So I told you I've been trading for like 3 or 4 months now. This was just a couple of weeks ago. So we're still learning. Trading is a never-ending learning process, I swear. So don't give up. If anything, this is your sign to not give up. Okay? This is your sign to not give up. Because at this point, I'm just now on my road to my second payout. And it's only been 3 or 4 months. And maybe 4 or 5 months. I might just be... and maybe 4 or 5 months, I don't know, y'all. Anyways, I've been journaling really, oh my God, the journaling helped. And I also put out the journal that I use so that it can help y'all too, because it really did me wonders. And then the 5-day reset that I did, I also put that out so y'all could do it as well. Because if you look at my like TikTok videos, like when I was going my accounts to after the 5-day reset, just a lot more patience and discipline when it comes to taking trades and not just jumping into trades because I feel like I'm going to miss out on it. I built my 5-day psychology reset, not because I had it all figured out, but because I needed something that would guide me back to peace. And where I was at the moment was not that. When I blew that 4,500 and I blew that 1,300, that wasn't it. It wasn't that. So on this channel, I'll be sharing basically just my trading journey from now to becoming a profitable trader, because it's coming soon, okay? So, and I just want to be that living proof that like we can do it, especially us Black women, like we can do it. But anybody can do it at this point, like for real. And I want this to be a safe space for anybody who's resetting on trading or just in life. So on this channel, I'll be sharing my trading journey from rags to riches. I'll be sharing my wins, sharing my L's, sharing what I'm learning and changing and growing when it comes to like my mindset, my money, my discipline, all that. And just vibing out with y'all. It's like me on FaceTime. I'm not hiding nothing. I'm putting everybody on game. Whatever I know, y'all know, like we in this together. We locked in, besties. We locked in. So if I win, y'all win, we all win. If you are trying to rebuild your peace and you're in this weird space of trading when you're on like losing streaks, or you feeling all these new emotions come up that you just never learned to control, and you're trying to rebuild your peace, your discipline, your mindset, and your purpose like me, subscribe to this channel. We're gonna grow together this time, okay? Bye, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. And I'm just excited because I'm starting this journey where a lot of people are at right now. So it excites me that I can be like a visual representation of this being possible for a lot of other people. So, and that I can help y'all. So yeah, but If you are seeing me on here too, make sure you follow my TikTok and make sure you follow my Instagram, all Pernesia Petite. This is what they look like, so don't get confused by anybody else because there is some fake pages, which is so crazy. I'm not even like all that or whatever. I am all that in a bag of chips. And also, I'm very much, if God said it's possible, then it's gonna happen. So that's how we're moving. Praise the Lord. Praise him in advance and always in advance. Love y'all.